All right, 9 seconds left. Ignore the Christmas tree. I know it's still November. Okay, 9 seconds. Give the ball to Tyler Herro. Get out his way, and let's go home with a win, baby. They got Duncan inbounding the ball. Why? I don't know. I would have rather Terry inbound or something, but whatever. Nico. Great play. Great play. There you go, Nico. And a foul. He probably going to miss the free throw knowing that. But and one, baby. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Damn, bro. Okay, 3 seconds left. Mike Conley was just fouled on the ground. They got to inbound again. Do I feel good? Probably not, because that boy Anthony Edwards is a killer. They got him inbounding the ball here. Three seconds left to Conley for the win. No good. The Heat win for the first time since 2017. We did it. We're 4-4. Something like that. Good win, bro. Shout out to Nico. Shout out to Tyler. Shout out to Haywood. Bam. Do better. But they got to win. Let's get it, baby. Shout out Nico, bro. Dude is swole. It's my guy right there. A little sweetener, as Tobin would say. Let's get A. Watch the back, baby. Let's go home.
What a win for y'all Miami Heat, man. Listen, as you could see in the intro, I'm still hype because just when you count the Miami Heat out, they seem to amaze you. Now, I kind of was counting the Miami Heat out going into this game. I'm not going to lie to you. And then you go into the fourth quarter, clutch game, down 3, Bam missing back-to-back free throws, Highsmith missing free throws. You're turning the ball over left and right. I was ready to come out here and record a video saying that this is officially a Florida Panthers channel because that's the only good team in South Florida right now. I mean, you got the Miami Hurricanes that just lost their first game of the season versus Georgia Tech. The defense is looking abysmal. They still control their own destiny. So I feel good about Cam Ward and the Canes. But you got Inter Miami, greatest team of all time in the regular season, got their ass kicked in the first round. Of course, the Miami Dolphins are playing terrible. They're going to get their ass kicked tomorrow on Monday Night Football. And then you got the Miami Heat, who are looking terrible. Very tough stretch of the road trip. You're losing Jimmy Butler. You're going into Minnesota where you haven't won in 7 years. But if nobody got me, I know that Nikola Jovic got me with the and one game winner tonight. What a beautiful play by Nikola. And you love to see how hype his whole team is for his. And it shows you, just like we know Jimmy Butler loves Nico, you can tell the rest of the team does as well. So you feel really, really good for the young kid over there who just had an excellent game. After being called out by Erik Spoelstra just a couple days ago for not playing super hard, only played 5 minutes just a couple games ago. He really looked like he was relegated to kind of the Myers-Leonard, Luke Babbitt role where you start the first 5 minutes of the game, play the first 5 minutes of the third quarter, and never play again. Of course, today with Kevin Love back, shout out to K-Love, was looking okay out there tonight, but Kevin Love started tonight. So we're wondering, how much run is Nico going to get? Sure, he'll come off the bench, but how much time will he really play? But then the fourth quarter starts. He's in the game. Clutch time comes. He's in the game. He's attacking Rudy Gobert on drives, on huge clutch possessions. And then to come away with the game winner off a designed play run from Erik Spoelstra, the young kid got the call from Coach Spo. Can you believe it? What an exceptional play call for your Miami Heat as a game that looked like it might end in a quite miserable fashion. It's just the best win of the season, I guess, just a few weeks in, undoubtedly. Because we can talk about the full game for a little bit, give you a quick rundown. So, as I've said before, the Heat haven't won in Minnesota since 2017. We know it's been abysmal. Ever since they got Jimmy Butler, they can't win there. And tonight, the Heat didn't have Jimmy Butler. So, are the Heat better without Jimmy Butler? No, of course not. I'm not going to do that today, nor ever. Now, you might have some people do that today, which I think is stupid. Now, is there some discussion on whether the Heat should trade Jimmy just because this build as is, you can't win with him? Maybe, but that's a whole other discussion for another time that I don't want to talk about because that topic is so played out. But anyways, didn't have Jimmy Butler today, but you did get Kevin Love back and Kamehameha Jaquez Jr. from the Bubble Guts. So the game starts off, the Heat are playing pretty well early on, as they kind of have been lately, right? Things really haven't fallen apart until that third quarter. I believe the Heat were even up 3 going into, or they were up 7 actually going into the second quarter. You had some nice plays in the first. Kevin Love came into the game, popped a transition 3. When have you seen K-Love do that? That's the Tyler Herro special, which I used to hate because I think that's a pretty bad, inefficient shot, the transition 3. But that boy Herro been hitting that like crazy. So I'm cool with it for now. You even got Khalil Ware came in, immediately had a nasty lob dunk where he caught the ball above the square, threw it in, then had a great chase down block on Dante DiVincenzo like a play or two later. And I love that block because it was a little bit of a stumble from the Heat. They had a turnover, one of many in this game, but Tyler Herro and Khalil Ware kind of fell, and they're getting up kind of slow. Meanwhile, Minnesota's running the break. And I'm like, get up, Ware. Like, we always heard that there was some issues about his effort, so I was worried when he wasn't getting up to hustle back, but then he popped right back up, sprinted down the court, and tracked his steps perfectly to get the beautiful block on Dante DiVincenzo there. And then you did get Nikola Jovic to finally check in, hit a 3 right away, then got a fast transition layup down the court, and then he got 2 fouls. So I'm thinking, oh no, it's more of Nikola Jovic being a little bit lost on defense and a little bit too, all over the place. But obviously he would turn it around. Spoiler alert. But then I believe going into halftime, the Heat were up 1 or so. And you got a third quarter. You really did. One that included the Timberwolves going on a 15-0 run, in which the Heat didn't score for 6.5 minutes. Over a quarter of NBA basketball, they couldn't get a point. That is ridiculous. That should never, ever happen. And it's unfortunate when you're in these kind of droughts like this that you can't have a guy like Bam Adebayo, who is an athletic freak, just say, hey, let me bulldoze my way into the paint, get to the free throw line, and try to get us a couple easy points here. That's what I wanted to see. And you didn't see it. You got, once again, a very, very soft Bam Adebayo, and he probably was the biggest down spot this game, as he has been the full season. And it was extra frustrating because Julius Randle took advantage of a ton of mismatches today. The Heat were playing a lot of zone, and which was great. That kind of is what kept them in this game. They were throwing the zone in and out. I do feel like they played it relatively well because it did slow down the Timberwolves just a bit. But because of that, the Timberwolves were moving the ball well. Some rotations were a little bit late. You would find a mismatch for Julius Randle. He'd catch the ball on the inside, and immediately when Randle has a mismatch, he bulldozes that defender. He tries to attack that with his size. Meanwhile, you got Bam Adebayo running fast breaks and throwing passes to people when he has a clear lane himself. Running into Mike Conley to commit an offensive foul when he should just go up and dunk on his head. He's playing soft, and it's very, very unfortunate to see. But going into the fourth quarter, the Timberwolves, of course, went on the run, but it was cut to 1. Haywood Highsmith got a clear path foul, hit both free throws. They got the ball back. Tyler Herro fouled on a 3-pointer. He hit all 3 free throws, so it was basically like a 7-0 run there, or a 6-0 run there for the Heat. And or is that 5 points, right? Highsmith hit the both free throws there, so they were able to cut the lead or the deficit to 1. Things are looking great. Only 3-point game. Bam gets the ball. He gets fouled. He misses both free throws. By the way, he was fouled because Nikola Jovic, they kind of ran like a pick and lob, right? Great pass by Nico. I love that they were able to use Nico as a bit of a ball handler here. And it was great to try to get Bam something going towards the rim. And he missed both free throws. But anyways, that's unfortunate. But the Heat did get kind of a breakaway in which Terry was fouled on a fast break. And he hit both free throws to tie the game at 92-all with 30 seconds left. And then the Timberwolves get the ball back, and Jaden McDaniels hit a putback with 9 seconds on the clock. Something that was so incredibly frustrating because it reminded me of the Sacramento game just a week ago. I hated the fact that the Heat had 2 timeouts, and once again, they had Terry Rozier and Tyler Herro out there. That's not a recipe for success when you're on a game-winning defensive possession. Actually, you should need to go back and look and see who was on the court for their final defensive possession of the game. I'll have to do that later because I remember saying if it was Terry and if it was Tyler, I'm going to be mad. I guess I do have the video I recorded on my phone. Let's see who's in the game. It looks like you got Haywood. So you do got Tyler Herro and Terry. See, I don't agree with that, Spo. Y'all know there's 1 possession left in the game. The Heat are up 1 with 3 seconds left. Why is Terry out there? Why is Tyler out there? Put in Pelle Larsson. Put in Jaime Jaquez just because he's bigger. Josh Richardson's not a great defender no more, but he's better than Terry and Tyler. I don't understand that from Spoelstra. It's already killed them a couple times this year, and they're lucky they didn't do it today. And I'm pretty sure most people agree with me on that. But anyways, McDaniels did get the putback to put the Timberwolves up 2. They called a foul on Highsmith. Luckily, when Spo reviewed it, they overturned it because that was not a foul. But then that's when the Heat would get the ball. Design play for Nikola Jovic to take the lead with the and 1. And then the Heat would get the stop on the final play. That was Mike Conley missing the free throw. The little midi shot. I do think the Heat did a nice job getting the ball out of Anthony Edwards' hands in that spot. But anyways, awesome game, awesome win. I want to kind of go through the box score a little bit and highlight some things that I didn't talk about. Haywood Highsmith today was your primary defender on Anthony Edwards, and I loved what I saw. Obviously, with Haywood Highsmith, he's going to make it tough on these stars, but because he's guarding stars, most of the time they're going to do what they want to do. And today, Anthony Edwards did finish with 22 points, but it was on 8 of 24 shooting, so very inefficient for him. Haywood Highsmith did get you 5 steals as well. He continues to be awesome for this team. I do think if they get fully healthy, he needs a defined roster spot or a defined rotation spot coming off the bench because he's too good. Particularly instead of a guy like Josh Richardson who played 20 minutes tonight, I can't justify that. I really can't. Jay Rich maybe he's still got a lot of rust to shake off because he's coming back from the shoulder injury, but he's not that guy anymore. And you got too many other guys in that kind of 2-3 position like a Pella Larson, Haywood Highsmith that deserve minutes over Jay Rich. That just is what it is. But Kevin Love did get 13 minutes in his return tonight. 6 and 6 for him. Hits you a 3-pointer. Tyler Herro continues to be the MVP for this team. 26 points on 60% shooting. 6 rebounds and 3 assists. What can I say about Tyler Herro? Except that boy is on one. Super proud of Tyler Herro. In every single video, I want to give him his flowers because last year I was not shy about being critical. But you could tell he was in the gym working hard. So this season, it's only right that I continue to say how awesome he has been. Because where would they be without Tyler? They might not have a win. Terry Rozier, his shot selection's been down a lot. Only took 8 shots today. He was chucking like 15 to 17 shots a game earlier in the year. Wasn't efficient. So I do like that his attempts have kind of gone down because he was 4-8 today. And although he wasn't great in spots, I'll take an 11 points of 4 of 8 than the 11 points on 4 of 15 that he was shooting the previous couple weeks. So really the biggest downside in the starting lineup was Bam. 9 points today, 7 boards, 7 assists. You love when he's struggling offensively that he does do these other things. I mentioned this in the last video, but you didn't pay that guy a max contract to get 9 points on 3 of 11 shooting. You just didn't do that. And be 3 of 6 from the free throw line. Very, very disappointing. You're playing Rudy Gobert, who is one of the slowest footed, most drop coverage playing bigs in the entire league, and Bam isn't looking at the rim. He's not looking to take that 3-point shot, although he took 2 today, but he could have had a lot more open ones. He's not looking to do that dribble pull up on Rudy Gobert. He's just not looking to shoot at all, and it's disappointing. A couple times he even caught the ball in his sweet spot on the dotted line, didn't shoot it. I mentioned earlier he had a couple fast breaks where he could have attacked and went on a dude, decided to pass the ball. If it hasn't changed yet, I'm not sure it's going to, because I thought without Jimmy, we might see a more aggressive Bam. We didn't. And if Bam's going to keep playing the way he has been, it's not going to be good for this team. He's too important a piece to continue playing like this. Now, I hope he turns it around. There's a lot of season left, so he very well might. Because I think he has all the skill in the world. I just think it's his mentality that he kind of needs to get out of his own head a little bit. And that's what the coaching staff is for. So I'm sure they're trying. Off the bench today, we talked about Jay Rich. Khalil Ware got you 9 minutes today. Did get you the 4 points we talked about and 3 blocks today. But somehow he was a minus 14. He's got a lot to work on there, but I like that Spo's giving him a little bit of a leash. And you are seeing a couple things out there that you wanted to see, like the blocks. I believe he did hit it. He didn't hit a 3 today. I guess they called it a long 2 because I believe he stretched the floor today. Yeah, I thought it was a 3. Must have had a toe on the line, but still had the 3 Heat fans left, or had the long 2 Heat fans love to see the block, so shout out to him. And Duncan Robinson today, 2 of 5 from 3. I'll take 40% any day of the week, so he continues the hot shooting that we've seen from him over the last couple of days. And then, of course, your second player of the game outside of Herro, Nikola Jovic, 15 points, 7 boards, 6 of 11, 2 of 4 from 3, and only finished the game with 3 fouls. So after picking up too early, he was a lot more disciplined, and that's what I love to see. So this is a huge sign of things to come for Jovic, because when it looked like he might be out of the rotation just a couple days ago, Spo runs a design play for him to hit the game winner. That's encouraging. That is the most encouraging sign you could ever see. So I love it. That's awesome. It feels so good for him. And I should mention Jaime Hawkins in his return, 7 points in 16 minutes. Had a beautiful layup on Gobert, which I love, because y'all know I hate that bum Rudy Gobert. But outside of that, Jaime got just a little bit of rust to work off. But shout out to him for making that, for sunning that boy, too small in that boy, Rudy Gobert. But that's all I got to say for this video. So let me know y'all thoughts down below. I'm super hyped that the Heat got this win, man. Because I hate Minnesota, man. I hate those guys because we never win there. The next game's versus Detroit. Don't blow it. TCB, take care of business. Go above 500 going into a couple games at Indiana after that. Anyways, that's all I got to say for this video. Make sure to comment y'all thoughts down below on the game. Comment your score prediction for the Detroit Pistons game. Who's ever's closest, I might shout you out next video if I remember, because I actually think I said this in my previous video. But then I wasn't able to do a post game for the Nuggets because my power shut out with 5 minutes to go in the fourth quarter versus Denver. Luckily, I didn't miss a great game because it was a blowout by the time my power went out. Shout out to FP&L for doing nothing, I suppose. Like the video, subscribe. I'll see y'all next time. Peace out.
Look, pull up in your city trying to get that dead face. Do it on my own, I don't need no dead weight. Had to kill him off, yeah, I need a head space. You know this homegrown bitch don't offend me.